DraftSociety.com presents a Premier League Draft Fantasy Podcast. Welcome to the Key Pass Collective. Your exclusive source for the information, analysis, and advice you need to dominate your fantasy leagues. Come on in. We've been expecting you.
Welcome, draft heads, to our final edition of the KPC quiz quarterfinals. The last quarterfinal is upon us between two Draft Society analysts. And without further ado, I'll bring them in and walk through with them one last time through the quarterfinals, and we'll have our semi-final matchups set after today. Joe, Gavin, good morning to you guys. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning. Indeed, it's interesting to be on camera this early. I'm not used to it. I also haven't showered yet, so.
I've done a full day's work already.
Yeah, no, is it weird for you to be on, like, not at 3 a.m?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty weird. I've been pushing. I think first year of the Draft Society, we did a few of these in the summer, a few of these early ones. I remember doing a fair few from my office, and I enjoyed that immensely.
Yeah.
Not having to stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Yep. Sacrifice is always appreciated.
Yeah, especially if correspondence is needed through the big ocean. So yeah, I'm always happy to have an early pod on the books. So enjoying it. Let's just run through the quiz as it stands. We have had 3 quarterfinals already. Today is the final one for the US bracket. Viewers can see the US bracket on the screen now. Ryan beat Drafting for Upside Zach in the first quarterfinal, and he will meet one of you guys in the semi-final. Our Europe semi-final is set already with Robbie and Gordon from Overthinking Football competing for a berth in the final. The format is the same as always, 5 questions each. You take turns with set A and set B, and you have 60 seconds per question. If scores are tied, then we go to a tiebreaker. We haven't done the coin toss before, and I don't have any fancy Colombian coins at my office, so you'll have to make do with that 20 forint Hungarian forint. Gavin made it onto the pod earliest, so you have first dibs on calling heads or tails, and we'll decide on who gets set A or B like that.
All right, I'll go tails.
Okay. It's tails. So you can decide if you're going with set A or set B.
I think I'm going to go not put additional pressure on myself, and I'll go first. So I'll go with A.
Guys, this is not going to matter. I'm going to be terrible at this.
That's some good thinking there, Gavin. Always good.
Approach it like a penalty shootout.
Yeah, exactly. So if either you guys or our listeners have listened to our previous quarterfinals, our quiz master, Draft the Thoughts, does like to add a bit of personal flair to the quiz. So look out for that with the questions.
Can't even imagine what this is going to be.
Without further ado, we'll go into the quiz. Gavin with question 1.
It just reminds me of Slumdog Millionaire.
I mean, it's close to that in importance, I would say. So, Gavin, your first question: who won the Golden Boot at the 2022 World Cup?
Oh gosh. Trying to think if this is going to be the obvious answer or not. I'm going to go with not the obvious, and I'm going to say Kylian Mbappe.
And that is the correct answer. It was Kylian Mbappe. Those goals in the final pushed him to get the Golden Boot. Let's see Joe's question in question 1. Who won the Golden Ball, the best overall player at the 2022 World Cup?
I will go with the obvious answer. Gonna say Messi?
And that is 1-1. Good start for both of you.
Thanks for giving me set B, Gavin.
Yeah, you're welcome. Already regretting my choices here.
Wouldn't have gotten yours right. So
I mean, you got the answer, Gavin. So
yeah, maybe it'll get easier for question 2 on mine. We'll see.
I think it's normalized through 5 questions. So if this one was more difficult, then you'll get these ones. Okay, let's go to question 2, Gavin. From which club did Liverpool sign Roberto Firmino?
Nice. Toddy will kill me if I get this wrong. So this is Hoffenheim.
And that is correct. It is Hoffenheim. Joe, would you have known that?
nope.
Then it's good that it was Gavin who got it.
You can ask me that for every question, and it's probably going to end up being the same. I hope there's no Patrick Kluivert questions on here either.
Okay. Let's see question 2 for Joe. From which club did Liverpool sign Philippe Coutinho from?
I mean, this is ancient history at this point.
I'll give you some thinking music.
Okay. Let's see. Yep, I do not remember this. Let's go with Valencia.
Unfortunately not. Do you know the answer there, Gavin?
If I remember correctly, it's Inter Milan.
That is correct.
Nice.
It was Inter Milan. So after 2 questions, it is 2-1 to Gavin. Let's see. Question 3. Name the player from the career path. Ajax, Lille, Aston Villa on loan, Aston Villa for reals, Everton on loan, and PSV.
Oh gosh. That Everton loan's throwing me. I have no idea.
Yeah.
2 appearances.
2 appearances in the 2022 season. So this was the 2021-22 season.
Hook me up with the thinking music, Toddy. I need it.
Okay. It's helping.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I have an answer.
Let's go.
Idrissa Gueye?
Unfortunately not. Idrissa Gueye had a long spell at Everton, then went to PSG.
I got the letter wrong, not PSV.
Not PSV, and then came back to Everton.
There's a lot of
Do
goals.
you have an inkling there, Joe?
No, I'm looking at all the goals in 2019, 2022, 2019 to 2022, and I just no, I have no idea. For Villa,
I mean, you will get angry hate mail because of this.
oh, okay,
This is Anwar El Ghazi.
yep.
So
Don't remember him being on loan at Everton at all.
I don't either. Oh no, I do. I absolutely do.
It was supposed to be that his agent was friends with Moshiri or something like that.
Right.
And then he went there. Nobody thought that he would do anything. And lo and behold, he didn't do anything.
No.
Apologies, Ryan.
Yep. Sorry about that, Ryan.
Lock your doors.
The wrong person got the question. The wrong two people.
Yeah. Joe, it's your turn. Let's see. Name the player from the career path. FC Will, Basel, 1899 Hoffenheim, Deportivo La Coruña, and a whole chunk of appearances since 2018 for Newcastle United.
This question's way harder than Gavin's.
Oh, that one either. So.
All right, let's see. A whole chunk of appearances for Newcastle. Gavin, do you know this one?
No clue.
All right.
I'll give you a thought aid. Let's just say, not a hint, but a thought aid. So if you don't have any idea about who they signed from Deportivo La Coruña, it's always a good thing to try to go back further and maybe guess the nationality from the original clubs.
Right. 2018. I have no idea. I'm gonna go Fabian Schär.
And that is the correct answer.
Wow, that's dumb luck right there.
I personally had some hand in choosing these players. I had absolutely no idea that he came from Deportivo La Coruña or that he even played there. But but I think I wouldn't have known that FC Will was a Swiss club, but obviously Basel was. So that's what got me over the line. Was that the case for you, Joe, as well? Or was it just a blind guess?
No, it was along those lines. Yeah, absolutely.
So after 3 questions, the scores are level at 2 each. Let's go to question 4. Who was the only team to beat Man City home and away in the 22-23 season? Gavin.
Only team to beat them home and away. Gosh, I'm trying to think who they even lost to last season.
Yeah.
This is a challenge. Man. I feel like I should know this, but I feel like I saw this stat somewhere along the lines, but it's absolutely not in my brain anymore. Let's see. I have no idea. I'm gonna say. What'd you say?
Well, we need an answer.
Yeah. I'll say Arsenal.
Unfortunately not. At the end of the season or the final rounds of the season, they famously lost or beat Arsenal by a chunk. It was Brentford.
Wow.
It was Brentford.
I was going to maybe hazard Brighton, but damn, that's crazy.
I forgot about that on the last day. City just didn't even really show up. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was the last game against before the World Cup where they then Tony scored and they beat them as well. So it was Brentford. So it's still 2-2. Joe, your question. Which player in the 2022-23 season became the first in EPL history to miss 4 penalties in the league?
My initial thought goes to Salah, but I think he only missed 2. To miss 4 penalties in a single year?
Yep.
Is it? Is it Mitrovic?
It is Mitrovic.
All right.
Nicely done.
I didn't know that myself, but yeah, good one, Joe. And taking the lead before the final round of questions, putting the pressure on Gavin. So the final set of questions. I don't have to remind you, Gavin, that if you don't get this, then Joe has won.
Oh no, Gavin. You tried to not put yourself in pressure situation, and look what you've done.
Yep. Made the wrong choice. Not that I would have gotten any of these before.
So question 5 for Gavin. Which of these players was ranked highest, first being the highest, in the Draft Society pre-season consensus ranks last season?
Last season. Okay.
Last season. Dejan Kulusevski, Jadon Sancho, or Diogo Jota?
All right. I remember last season, a lot of us were pretty high on Kulusevski because he had actually been playing well. And he I think, was like a middle of the second round kind of area for us. Jota wasn't injured until later in preseason, but I think he still was injured in preseason, so I'm going to take him off the board. And I want to say we were kind of mixed on Sancho. I think Genie probably drove that one up a little bit. I'm going to go with Kulusevski.
Nice.
That is correct. So putting the pressure back on Joe.
Yeah.
Yep, Kulusevski was 25th, Jota was 30th, and Jadon Sancho was 33rd. So in a similar mold, but less fancy players, Joe, which of these players was ranked highest, first being the highest in the TDS preseason consensus ranks? Christian Eriksen, Jamie Vardy, or Luca Dean?
That's an interesting one right there. Just because of the way everything turned out and how utterly surprised we all were. I don't know about that. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna go Dean.
And this is to win it. Some suspense. Unfortunately not. Christian Eriksen was 29. Dean was 35th. And Jamie Vardy was 37th.
Yikes.
Wow.
Bunch of misses there, unfortunately.
I drafted 2 of those back-to-back last season. So
I took Eriksson in the 4th, I think. Yeah.
I think I went
all
Dean in the
season.
3rd and Vardy in the 4th. So it was a nightmare.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Letdowns, all of them. The lot.
So for the first time ever in the KPC quiz, we are going to a tiebreaker.
Let's go.
Right.
And I'll need to bring up my answer. So the tiebreaker will go as follows. You will have to either get in the DMs and send me your answers, or if you have a pen and paper beside you, write down your answer and then hold your hand up when you're ready, so that we know that you're not changing your answers.
Okay, I'll get on Twitter.
I'll follow suit.
Okay, I'll wait for a second.
I'm good.
And
Yep. Ready.
okay. The question is, in Roy Hodgson's first game back as Crystal Palace manager, a 2-1 win against Leicester on the 1st of April, Crystal Palace equaled their Premier League record for the most shots in a game. How many shots did they take?
This isn't like a closest without going over, is it? It's just closest in general?
No, closest in general.
Okay.
I might be mixing up this game and another game, because I remember there being a game with like a ridiculous amount of shots.
So we have 2 guesses. Joe, can you share your guess?
I guess 19.
19. And Gavin, can you share your guess?
I guessed way higher than that at 42.
40. Damn.
Wasn't on target. It was just shots, right?
Oh, you're right.
Shots, yes. So it is down to the wire. Incredibly close.
So it must be right in the middle.
It is right in the middle. The exact number of shots the Crystal Palace have taken is 31.
Oh my gosh.
So by an incredible thread, Gavin takes it.
I love it.
As he was only 11 away, while Joe was 12.
Wow.
Nice. I love it. Nice job.
Well done, Joe. Couldn't have been any closer.
The closest ever quiz on the KPC quiz on the in the history of the KPC quiz. How do you feel, Joe?
I feel good. I feel like I represented myself and my family well. But I also feel that Gavin has a better shot at beating Ryan, so I'm more than happy for him to progress.
Is it a situation where once you have lost, you want the team or the player who you've lost to win from then on?
Of course, yeah, sure, absolutely. I mean, I love Ryan. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Plus, Gavin, I mean, lives pretty close to me. It's kind of like a geolocation type of thing.
Also, there is a very big chance that Ryan is not speaking to either of you ever again.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna have a vendetta against me, so I gotta prepare myself.
Yeah, but there's gonna be blood in the semifinals.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us, and it is with Joe being eliminated again. I'm sure that our listeners will be glad that Joe will be able to reassume Quizmaster duties in the future. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us, and check out the draft kit available at thedraftsociety.com. Thank you, boys. Happy writing, happy working through the weekend, and talk to you soon.
Cheers, everyone.
Sounds good. Take it easy.